Hi, my name is Darren Hermans, and I'm a product manager with Cambium Networks Enterprise Networking Group. Let's talk for the next few minutes about high density and Wi-Fi 6 and what it means in the real world. We know that Wi-Fi 6 is based on the 802.11ax standard, and that standard is called the high efficiency Wi-Fi standard. In fact, it's right there written into the standards document itself. So how does high efficiency and high density kind of support each other? Let's talk about that a little bit as we go through this material. So first of all, let's understand that the density of a network is defined by the devices that are within a close geography, close to each other, and they're all competing for the same RF network resources and transmitting it over on top of each other and trying to get the same bandwidth. That's defined as the density. And so that's really all the devices that are connected to an access point. So what happens when a device is over here on the edge of the network and the access point is over here? The problem is that the access point can transmit about 6 times more signal than a typical client device can transmit. So the client can actually receive the signal, but it can't transmit back very easily. So this leads to lots and lots of problems. This is really the number one issue in troubleshooting a high density network, is that the cell size itself, the size of the broadcast cell from the access point, is just too large. The AP is transmitting too much signal and the client cannot return the packets, cannot respond. So this results in dropped connections, it results in excessive client roaming, increased battery drain. Overall, it's just a bad experience. It's not what you want. So when you're designing a high density network, you want to start to shrink that cell size, get it down tight, where you have more balance, more consistency between the access point and the client and the way those two devices talk to each other, a more balanced data rate in the network. The characteristics of a well-designed high-density network is you will see low packet retransmission. That means low errors. That's an important thing. You'll see low packet latency. You'll see balanced data rates between the clients and the APs, and also as the client roams around amongst other APs between the cells. Overall, you're going to get a better connection state and a much better mobile experience with a high density network design. Now, as that network density starts to increase and device density increases, now Wi-Fi 6 can have a real big impact. So let's take a look at some of these markets that might be impacted by this. Well, K through 12 schools, definitely impacted. They have devices that are fairly new, 12 to 36 months old, tend to be pretty good devices. But those are high density close quarters, definitely benefit from Wi-Fi 6 high density. Student housing, no parent would send their kid off to university with an old laptop or an old phone. They're going to buy new stuff. And so typically student housing and hospitality markets both tend to have devices that are between 12 to 18 months old, high refresh cycle. Those are very high density networks. They will benefit from a Wi-Fi 6 network. Small enterprise is kind of a mixed bag, right? Because small enterprise covers a wide range of applications and use cases, everything from a small, low-density network to a high-density coffee shop. It can be everything in between. Guest portal is a common and popular choice in small enterprise. So we still see today, unfortunately, some networks that are deployed with 802.11 BGN, 2.4 gigahertz networks, and those are not performing well at all. Those are not high density networks. They were designed for coverage, and those need to change to support the needs of the network and how the applications are growing. So as we start to design for capacity, we talked about that a little bit earlier, we're going to end up shifting those devices all the way over towards the right side, where they're now going to be more efficient use of the 5 gigahertz band and more efficient use of new protocols such as 11ax. So designed for capacity to improve the high density and the quality of the network. Cambium's Wi-Fi 6 access point, the XV3-8, can be managed by our Cambium XMS Cloud or Cambium CN Maestro. Both of these are cloud-based management systems that have some specific features and functionality for different types of market applications. So we encourage you to take a look at those applications. The XV3-8 and both XMS and CM Maestro are supported by Cambium's Wi-Fi Designer, which is a nice offline tool to do some RF propagation mapping and to get an idea as to how much coverage you're going to get in your new high-density network with the Wi-Fi 6 standard. Thank you very much.